Good morning. We are finally up bright and early. It's about 6:20, give or take. Could have gotten up just a little bit earlier, but what can I say? I was cozy in bed. We are starting early because this is one of the scarier treks. It's about 8 hours. I believe it's about 22 miles, so kind of like day one, unfortunately. But the upside is that the location we're heading to is quite cool. It is a genuine camp with a shower and things of that nature. I hope that it's warm. That's the one thing that will get me for sure. And speaking of being warm, I'm about ready to bust out my beanie. It is chilly, though I also took a shower in the morning, so what can you do? Those are my life choices. So one thing to think about in these areas is just how far away you are from the road. I mean, that's the line, right? That white line right there. Cars should not be crossing. Same is true with the tar area. And so I think you could make a reasonable point that this gravelly section is a spot that you could travel on. But look, we've got all this space on the berth over here. We're not even gonna risk it. That's how you do this walk. No need for risks when you can, you've got a safer option available.
This was all well and true, but unfortunately, Adelanto was filled with trash on the side of the road, specifically glass shards all over the place, to the point where it got kind of depressing trying to film it, so I stopped.
This street is called El Mirage, and we're going to be on it for quite some time. Woo!
Now, the desert, and specifically El Mirage, is where it's at. I cannot get enough of the barren scenery that just reeks of the frontier and adventure. I was thrilled to see not many cars driving by. Made me feel safe in this open space, and I packed plenty of water and supplies, so I was ready to see what lied ahead.
It's roped off. Looks like maybe furniture is inside of it, like discarded, thrown away. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's roped off for the petroleum pipeline. Wow. This is an adventure. It's funny. I was really dreading this walk. I do have my double cans of water, so over a gallon, lots of supplies. It's 20 more miles to go, but somehow I'm feeling really chipper about that. This is really off the beaten path. And I'm not as afraid because there's not many cars that could run into me. Although I guess that's all the more reason to really hydrate and be careful with my supplies as well. Excited. So this is a shrine I found on the road. I hope it's not for a walker who got hit. In all seriousness though, it looks like a lot of things that he loved. It even says happy birthday, love you to the moon and back. That's beautiful. And another shrine. Gives me a little bit more pause, wondering just how many folks, perish out here. Makes you wonder. Really beautiful setup though.
This is where they're going to be.
You're going straight ahead?
Noise cancellation, all that kind of stuff.
I would love that. Yeah, you don't mind at all? That's so kind of you, sir. Thank you. What's that? It doesn't? It doesn't? You know what? I'll just throw it in my lap then. I'll put my backpack in my lap then. That is so kind of you, sir. Thank you. That's so kind of you. No, I don't. I'm walking a big trip for charity yeah.
If it wasn't clear, this was my first true hitchhike, and I was thrilled that it was a veteran, a man who was so sociable, someone who had so many stories to share. He was somebody who, in his military service, got to shake the hand of President Nixon, President Kennedy. He received challenge coins from both of them, and he even has 2 Purple Hearts, though he just carries the pin on him. The only thing he asked of me was not to forget him, and I don't think I can. Thank you so much, Mr. Vandervalk, for being a part of my journey.
So I just had quite the adventure. I got dropped off at the El Mirage gas station, general store, whatever you want to call it. A very kind veteran had an American flag waving on the top of his car named Robert Vandervalk. picked me up, showed me his Purple Heart. I mean, he just had a lot of cool history to share, like planes that he worked on and things of the nature. Just a really kind man. And I don't know how many miles that saved me, but it was a good trek. So I'm grateful. I'm feeling good. Our first, well, not our first, I suppose. We did have some fun, small amounts of hitchhiking in the past, but this was like the first real one where he pulled over, didn't know him at all, just a kind man. So love it. Life is good. I'm getting chased by a dog. He's going far.
Several miles away from Dog City, I met my second hitchhike. His name was Toby, and this man had so many stories. He was a bit of a hitchhiker himself in his youth. At the age of 11, he was dropped off in the middle of nowhere by his parents. He said he cried for an hour, and then he hitchhiked his way to different jobs throughout the States. It's a tragic story, but also one that's strangely uplifting, a story of gumption that truly embodies the American spirit.
Photo fist bump, ma'am. Whoops. So between hitchhiking and kindness, we have made it out to Tehachapi like a full day ahead of schedule, which is good for me. I get to relax and enjoy the comfort of a friend's family, which is really sweet. I do think I need to hold off more on hitchhiking, though. I love the energy and sharing the story and the kindness of others, but if they take me too far, like what happened here, I feel like maybe the essence of like the walk is lost. So I think the occasional hitchhike here and there for like maybe a couple of miles is fine. But for the sake of the story, I think we need to really buckle down and do the best that we can. So we'll see just how stringent I end up being when I'm very exhausted and a kind person comes around. By the way, should say, my precaution is this: I take a picture of the license plate of the car and I ask for a picture of the driver's license as well. So I send that off, and that helps keep me safe, in my opinion. I feel like if anyone rejects those things, that's a pretty big red flag. And I feel like in the year 2025, it's not that awkward to ask for those types of things, right? So that's how I feel. I kid you not, within 1 minute of me ending that last video about hitchhiking, a person pulled over and was like, "Hey buddy, you need a ride?" I'm like, "No, sir, you're so kind, thank you." It's funny, I think I would have had more concrete rules in place had I really expected that to happen, right? Like the fact that in the year 2025, people are willing to like pull over and help someone out who's not even putting out his thumb, who's just like walking with a big ol', bulky backpack or whatever. Humanity is just the greatest.
I ended up spending not 1, but 2 days in Tehachapi because the friends, family that I stayed with was just incredible. They took me to a spot called P-Dubs our first night, which is kind of like Tehachapi's local Dave & Buster, full of arcades and axe throwing. I found the food to be very delicious. I also enjoyed the racing memorabilia that they had all over the place. We had a big pretzel. We had some steak bites. I had a Philly cheesesteak that was quite good, but I have to tell you, it was nothing compared to the dinner the following night, which was pulled pork from a smoker, and it fell off the bone in the juiciest way possible. I spent that day speaking to a journalist, and hopefully I can share some of that news when I finally get a piece of that. But we also got to play Magic the Gathering, which just blew me away. I even got to play with it on the Dude playmat from The Big Lebowski, which is just incredible. I did not record their home out of privacy. That was something that they asked of me, and I just have to say thank you so much for your hospitality.
I've got a partner.
Little lush kitty.
So soft and small. You are too cute. I might have a partner.
I think tomorrow is going to be a great day.